The Bosman Ruling enabled the modern automatic free transfer. It dictates that a player is permitted to leave their club at the end of their contract without the need to command a transfer fee. The rule was introduced in 1995 after the consolidation of 3 separate legal cases, all involving the Belgian midfielder Jean-Marc Bosman. Before the ruling was introduced, clubs were under no constraints to let players leave at the end of their contracts without a transfer fee, though they could choose to allow them to leave on a free transfer. Bosman's contract with RFC Liège had expired, and he was keen to move to Dunkirk. RFC Liège, however, asked for a transfer fee in excess of what Dunkirk were willing to offer, and the move fell apart. The Belgian club then cut Bosman's wages by 75% and refused to sell him. Unable to move, Bosman took the club, the Belgian FA and eventually UEFA to court, before the court declared that the rule restricted the free movement of workers as ensured by the Treaty of the European Union, thus the creation of the Bosman Ruling. The ruling significantly changed the landscape of football, giving more power to the players. This resulted in 3 clear outcomes: greatly increased player wages, the rise of modern player agents, and the enhanced domestic dominance of the wealthier clubs. With players now able to move without transfer fees, the only way for suiting clubs to entice the best talent was through offering more attractive salaries. A popular example of this is Sol Campbell's move to Arsenal. At Arsenal in 2001, Campbell earned £100,000 a week. A decade earlier, nobody in Britain was even earning £10,000. With the increased wages came the agents. With the players earning 10 times the amount they were a decade prior, there was significantly more interest from agents and other middlemen, who were suddenly involved in every aspect of player transfers and management, with a much larger income as their reward. Finally, the ruling also reinforced the wealth divide between clubs. Clubs able to offer the best wages inevitably collected the greatest talents. Smaller clubs suddenly had a severely reduced ability to retain their best players as talent flooded to the top. The Bosman Ruling stands out as a turning point in the history of football. In a positive sense, it enabled greater freedom for workers, but in a negative sense, it unintentionally morphed football into its current status, in which the clubs with the deepest pockets have an even greater chance of winning.